Hey everyone! If you're looking to get up to speed on the absolute latest in community pharmacy, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today's explainer is uniquely curated for our Avon and Wiltshire community pharmacy teams. We know you're incredibly busy, so our goal is to get you the critical updates you need right now so you can get back to what you do best, caring for your patients.
As you can see right here, we are proudly serving Avon and Wiltshire. And honestly, we're actively filtering out all that extra national noise today. We are going to hyper-focus on exactly what matters locally for the BNSSG and Swindon areas for the week of May 12, 2026. So think of this less as a generic update and more as your own personal, local roadmap.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our agenda for today. We're going to start with the local horizon, then move into systems and standards, check out what's happening on the front line, and finally, wrap it all up with advancing your practice.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the local horizon, looking at upcoming events and conferences.
So, looking at the summer calendar, there are 3 major touchpoints spanning from late May right through to early July, and these absolutely need to be on your radar. Whether you're launching clinical services locally or aiming to influence the big-picture national pharmacy strategy, these dates are your stepping stones. First up, a quick note specifically for our Swindon pharmacies. Definitely mark your calendars for Tuesday, May 26th at 7:30 p.m. There's a really crucial introductory webinar happening on the Stop Smoking PGD service. It's an absolute must-attend, so keep a sharp eye on your NHS mail accounts for those sign-up links.
Now, looking a little bit farther down the road to Tuesday, July 7th, we have the Community Pharmacy England Southwest Roadshow down in Exeter. Look, this isn't just another boring slide deck presentation. It's a totally unique chance for direct access. You'll actually be able to speak face-to-face with the senior team, your independent pharmacy reps, and even Professor Dame Jenny Harries. It's really designed as a forum to give owners honest updates on strategy. Plus, there's an open Q&A. This is your chance to challenge the leadership and make completely sure your local views are heard loud and clear.
And sandwiched right between those 2 dates, on June 21st and 22nd, is the Community Pharmacy and General Practice Conference in Birmingham. If you're passionate about building stronger, real-world partnerships across primary care, this is the place to be, for sure. It's absolutely key for seeing the actual power of neighborhood health in action through real, implementable case studies. Moving right along to Section 2, Systems and Standards, focusing specifically on EPS nominations.
So the crucial point we need to emphasize here comes straight from NHS England's updated national standards. It reinforces the absolute bedrock foundation of the electronic prescription service. Nominations must always be the patient's free choice. That means absolutely no pressure, 0 inducements, and absolutely no automatic system interventions making that choice for a patient without their explicit consent, period.
To guarantee this standard is actually met, IT system suppliers have literally been mandated to go in and strip out any non-compliant functionality. Community Pharmacy England is fully backing these necessary adjustments, and for good reason. Ultimately, this whole thing protects the patient, secures their privacy, and maintains overall public trust in the EPS system. You know, it might just be a technical tweak on the back end, but it ensures a totally fair playing field for everyone on the front end.
Okay, let's pivot to Section 3, on the front line, where we'll look at public health campaigns.
We actually have 2 very distinct clinical focuses colliding this week. On one hand, warmer weather is finally here, which means, you guessed it, the ticks are out in full force. On the other hand, we have World Hypertension Day coming up on May 17th, really pushing that vital Know Your Numbers theme.
Let's talk about those ticks for a second. Lyme Disease UK is running their Be Tick Aware campaign this month. Now, I want to be super clear here. Tick bites and potential signs of Lyme disease are not currently covered under the Pharmacy First pathway. Actually, scratch that, let's just say they are definitively out of scope for Pharmacy First right now. But as frontline clinicians, recognizing the symptoms early is still a massive benefit. If you can spot that classic bullseye rash, the erythema migrans, it allows your team to signpost those patients appropriately so they can get that crucial early treatment.
Now, to successfully operationalize World Hypertension Day, we've broken it down into 3 clear action steps. First, get in touch with your local practice's hypertension lead to agree on mutual timelines for ambulatory blood pressure monitoring, or ABPM. A timely follow-up after a high clinic reading avoids creating unnecessary anxiety for those worried normotensives out there, and it really reduces the practice's workload. Second, sit down and discuss how you can handle referrals to support their capacity.
And third, hey, don't forget yourselves. Know your own numbers and get your eligible staff checked too. Oh, and Rachel at Community Pharmacy Avon and Wiltshire is your local point of contact if you need any hypertension support at all.
Finally, we've arrived at Section 4, Advancing Your Practice, Focusing on Training and Funding.
I really want to hook our BNSSG audience with a direct question right now. Are you ready to become an independent prescriber? I'm asking because the pathway to getting there just got a whole lot more accessible in our area.
Here's the fantastic news. The BNSSG ICB has officially approved funding to support community pharmacists in accessing prescribing supervision, meaning your designated prescribing practitioners, or DPPs. This is the key that enables you to actually undertake the independent prescribing course. Now, a quick caveat. Right now, this is exclusively open to pharmacists working within BNSSG. So, if you are in the BSW area, hang tight. We'll have further updates for you soon.
Let's move to the next slide and see how this builds into a really practical 3-step checklist for our BNSG teams. Step 1. If you already have a DPP sorted out, don't wait around. Apply to your chosen university immediately. Step 2. If you don't have a DPP just yet, no worries. Just submit an expression of interest form to Caroline, and she'll arrange a quick telephone interview. And Step 3. If you are already an active prescriber yourself and want to give back to the community by becoming a DPP, shoot Caroline an email to register your interest. It's a real game changer.
But wait, beyond prescribing, there is some truly exceptional clinical training coming up. We've got a session brilliantly titled, It Ain't Easy Being Wheezy. Love that. And it focuses on best practices in asthma management. It's being led by Darshan Nuggandi. Darshan is a portfolio pharmacist with over 20 years of experience spanning hospital, community, and primary care. As a PCN clinical lead and an independent prescriber himself, he is perfectly positioned to offer top-tier clinical education that you can actually take and apply right on the shop floor. And this brilliantly illustrates what makes this training so valuable. The curriculum goes way beyond just textbooks to tackle the real daily issues we see. You'll dive into the true asthma burden, the super common issue of SABA over-reliance, joint asthma guidelines, air and MART therapies, and most importantly, you'll learn exactly how to apply those specific local guideline pathways to your own neighborhood working model.
Wow, okay, we have covered a lot of ground today. From crucial system standard updates for EPS, to mobilizing for World Hypertension Day, all the way to securing funding for independent prescribing in BNSG. So what does this all mean for you? I'm going to leave you with this provocative final thought. How will your pharmacy implement these new tools, campaigns, and training opportunities this week? Don't just let this information sit there. Take some structured action. Thank you so much for joining this Explainer, Avon, and Wiltshire teams. Stay focused, stay engaged, and we will see you next time.